Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let me set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So I haven't looked at US 30 yet. Let me take a look at it 1 second. Let's take all this stuff off right here. Looks like we have a bearish bias somewhat. So we'll see. That's kind of what we're going to be looking for here. But we'll be following through and see what we'll be taking off this opening candle. So let me just finish setting this up real quick. April 28th, and this month's almost over. I feel like I say that every couple of weeks. These months fly by super quick. So I'm gonna get that set up right there. I'll get you guys a Zoom link here for the premium members. There you go, you guys who are in the premium. And then I'll get the YouTube link for you guys here as well. Set up. Let me just finish setting up the YouTube real quick and we should be good to go. 6:20, so we got 9 minutes left for the opening candle. So by then we should be able to start looking for these entries. I got that set up. You guys a link over here as well for the YouTube. Yeah, I still got 9 minutes. I'm not in any crazy rush, but I definitely want to get this link out to you guys ASAP. So let's see, got that there. There. All right, cool. So it looks like everyone should be good now with these links. This is a proper link, right? I believe so. 6:22, we got about 8 minutes left. So just waiting for this right now. We'll let everybody into the room real quick. Yeah, so I was saying earlier, guys, we're probably gonna be looking for a sell here. It looks like a sell bias here on the 1 minute. I actually go from a top-down analysis, so I look from the 10-minute. It looks like it has a sell bias here on the 3-minute. Looks like you'd be swinging into a sell bias. Same with the 1 minute over here. So we'll watch and see what happens from here. We have 7 minutes until market open, so we do have some time. But yeah, it does look like we're probably going to be looking for a possible sell here. So let me go ahead and send this link to our social media real quick, and then we should be good to go. Let everybody into this room. I had to figure out how to fix that. I realized the YouTube title was all weird. It's all good. I just fixed it. All right, so that's good right there. Send that out to everybody over here. Post it up on the Facebook real quick as well. and the Instagram. We still got 5 minutes left, so I'm not in any crazy rush right now. Obviously, I want to get the link out, but yeah, Jeff, the Zoom is on the let me send this over to these guys real quick. All right, 5 minutes. Let's see if this drop continues. If the drop continues back down further, then we'll be looking for a sell here off this breakout entry. I'm probably not going to enter right away, guys, because you guys have seen this whole week. It is earnings week, so there's a lot of whipsaw action or price retraces heavily before it actually goes in our direction. So I'm probably not going to enter right when it opens. I'll wait a bit, and I'll probably enter it for a late entry as it comes back down. Because like if you guys have been following for the past 2 weeks, we're testing out this new breakout strategy. We've only had one loss in the past, I guess, 2 weeks now. So it's been pretty accurate. Yesterday was really risky. It was almost a loss, but we didn't put a stop loss. Generally, we don't put a stop loss. We manually manage it, and then we manually manage it, and then we just close it whenever it reaches a certain point. So if you guys know what you're doing, you guys can follow this breakout strategy. If you guys have been following me for the past 2 weeks now, and you guys understand how it works. But if you guys don't understand it, then just keep watching. We're still testing this brand new strategy out, so we don't have any actual like set in stone requirements for it yet. Like yesterday, we figured that the stop loss was a little too tight, because if we set the stop loss a little wider, it actually provides for better entry. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'll just see. We got about 3 minutes left. So we got 3 minutes until market open. Like I mentioned, we might have a sell bias here. I think we were looking at about 750 now for the TP stop loss for this breakout here. I mean, generally it's 50-50, but we'll see. We'll see how we'll do this. There's no like I mentioned, there's no set in stone requirements for this strategy yet. So let me see. All right, we still got the sell bias here on the 10. We have the sell bias here on the 3 as well. So we'll see. I mean, if it shoots up right here, then we're probably going to wait for it to come back down, or we might even our bias might change to a buy. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. So there's no bias set yet. We still have a minute after market open. So basically what we do is we wait for the market to open at 6:30. We identify momentum, and then we ride momentum in that direction to TP. Usually about 500 pips, which is 50 points. We usually ride it to about 250 pips. Once it reaches that point, we move our stop loss to 250, or we actively watch it, and we try to catch it all the way to 500 pips. If that isn't the case and it swings back to 250 pips, we just close out manually. But if you guys are new here and you guys haven't seen it, just watch every live session from last Monday till today, and you'll see me apply this strategy each day, each morning on market open. So we got about 2 minutes left, or about 1:15. Once that happens, we can see where that goes. So let's see. The indices this morning looks like they're all kind of bearish. S&P's slightly in the positive right now at 0.05%, but it looks like it's going to be coming down with the Nasdaq and the Dow soon. So yeah, we'll see. It looks like they're going to be bearish today, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, right? Market hasn't opened yet. We have 1 minute left, so looks like it's going to be bearish, but we'll follow it and we'll see what we decide to do from there. Just a reminder, if you guys are new here and you guys don't know what I'm applying, go back and watch the previous videos from this entire month, and you'll see us apply this strategy. So if you're new here and you don't know what we're doing, just watch. If you know what we're doing, you can follow along, but we'll see what happens from here. We got 20 seconds left. I got everything set up right here on my end. Let's see. All right, I got my MT4 set up, ready to take these trades. All right, there we go. There's that bearish move that I just mentioned. So we'll follow it through here. We'll see where it closes. We have to wait for this candle to close before we decide which direction to take it. But if it does close bearish like this, it's going to fall within our requirements here. Overall, it has a bearish bias, so that's perfectly fine. But I'm not going to enter right away, right, guys? So just remember, we're not going to enter right away like we have been entering on Monday and Tuesday. It's because the market's been retracing up a little bit. So like basically after this candle closes, what usually happens is price will come up like heavily back here and then it will drop, right? So we're going to try to catch it for a better entry for a discount somewhere above here in the drawdown phase. Just to not get caught in any of that drawdown, because we are in some heavy drawdown yesterday. Like you guys can see right here, it's starting to reject back up, right? We got 9 seconds left on this candle right here. I would not take this for a sell. I'm going to wait for it. We're going to watch, see it swings all the way back up. Yeah, so I'm not going to take that right now. We might not even take this trade at all today. We'll be watching it and we'll see how this ends up playing out. Let's see. So it might be swinging up. So I'm not ready to take it yet. Right here on the 10-minute, we still have a sell bias. Here on the 3-minute, still a sell bias as well. So we'll be watching it to see where it goes from here. Technically, this would have been the entry right here. Oh man, the one day that we don't take it early, right? I might even miss the entire move. So if it goes down to 250 pips, I'm probably not going to even take it today. So I'm just going to mark these up right here so that we know where the markers are. Damn, Kyle, you see this? Kyle, Josh. See, bro, I'm not going to take it. Whoever took it on the open, you're like pretty heavy in profit right now. But I'm just going to skip it then for today. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it, dude. Or maybe I'll write it for a little bit towards the bottom. Nah, I'm not going to risk it, dude. It's already hit full TP. Maybe I'll catch a little bit of it. Yeah, I caught a little bit of it. So I got 1,000 off that move right there. I didn't catch the whole move. I didn't catch like most of it actually. Unfortunately, this is the one day we didn't enter right on close, so most of us missed it. Unless you guys caught it, I'll show you my profit right now. I literally caught it for like a few seconds. I locked in 1,090 off that trade. So here, I'll just show you my MT4 right now. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of the days that it actually played out perfectly. Yesterday was heavy drawdown. And I'll show you guys the example. Look at that thing. Yeah, so I still got 1,000 off that, so I'm not really complaining about it. I'm fine with that right there. Wow, look at it, still dropping. So right here, guys, I locked in about 1,090 off that trade. I just hopped in for like a few seconds. I just caught it as it pulled back. When it pulled back to here, I caught it and I just rode it all the way down to here and I closed out once I hit 1,000 profit. So unfortunately, that wasn't as smooth as a move as it's been. Well, actually, it was smoother than it's been lately. So if, for you guys who didn't know what we're doing, you guys probably did catch it. If you guys want to send over your profits, feel free. I'll just screenshot these profits here just to show you guys that opening trade. I mean, it's all good. We had wins all week, so it's not like, this is the only time that we missed a trade. We've had wins like literally all week, so it's been fine. I'll just screenshot this and I'll show you guys that opening move right there. And I'll send it over to you guys here. If you guys know what you're doing, you guys would know to hop in when it was dropping like that. But like I mentioned, it's still a work in progress. So we haven't really figured things out yet. But I mean, I'm glad to see that it played out perfectly. All right, guys, so here we go. So there's my profits for that trade right there. You guys can see I took the sell right there. It's a quick profit, 1,090. So pretty solid move right here off this. Catch off the K2 US 30. Break out too fast. Nice. This looks like Angela caught it too. Nice. Tam caught it too. So some of you guys did catch it. See, so a lot of you guys did catch it here. Not everyone caught it, but you know, a good handful of everyone did catch it who actually know what we're doing here. So if you guys aren't familiar with that strategy, go back and rewatch all the videos for the past 2 weeks. I do the strategy every morning. It's the first trade we take. So if you guys want to learn it or see what I'm doing, I'm not really teaching this strategy yet, but if you guys want to learn it or just see it, like know how I'm doing it, then you guys can go back and watch all the live streams from like the past 2 weeks. So if you guys have been paying attention, you know, paying attention pays off if you actually know, if you actually been following along and have been watching the same thing every morning. So I'm just going to give you guys the update right here so that you guys can see what we did off that. All right, nice. Yeah, it looks like Angela here took it too. So she took it. She made a couple $100 off that. She made about 300, $400 off that right there, that little breakout. But now we're going to be moving towards normal scalps. So we're done with the breakout strategy right there. Now we're going to be doing some scalps. So it looks like we're going to have a sell bias. So we're going to look for a retracement. We want this to retrace back up, and then we'll catch some scalps as it comes back down further. So no biggie there. All right, looks like we got a sell bias for the day. I'll pull up the chat over here. I'm going to mark up 6:30 candle and then the 10 o'clock. So we'll see where it's going to move from here. We technically don't have a sell bias yet. We need to see where price moves because after this candle closes, there's still 4 minutes left on this 10-minute candle. What could happen here after this candle closes is price will either retrace back to where it was originally within this area. I don't know, I have these zones drawn up. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me just delete these zones here. Actually, I'm gonna delete all these right here. We're not using that. So we're gonna draw it on this area over here. So 6:30 up until 10. So basically what happens right here after this first candle is price will either retrace back to where it was originally up here, or it'll keep dropping, right? If you guys have been following my live sessions for the past, I don't know, 2 years now, you guys will see that I've been explaining this like every day. Basically, when the market opens right here, or like after market open, after this opening candle, the first 10-minute candle, price will either retrace back to where it was originally. So it'll go back to this area over here, or price will continue dropping from this point. So, oh yeah, okay guys. So Sisu, thanks Sisu for reminding me. There's FOMC today. Okay, there's FOMC at 11. So I mean that's fine. It's gonna fall within our time anyways, because I'm gonna log off around 9. So that's fine. I'm gonna log off around 9. FOMC is at 11. I'd recommend that you guys hold off after that point because you don't want to get caught in any like unusual movement. But like I was saying earlier, when this candle closes in the next minute and 30, price will either retrace back to where it was originally right here before market opened, or it'll continue dropping. And then around 10 o'clock, price will either reverse. So if price comes up here, it'll come back down. If price comes down here, it'll shoot back up, right? Yeah, once we have the bias here, once we determine whether it continues dropping or whether it swings back up, then we'll have a bias whether we're going to take some scalps up or take some scalps down. But, you know, it's all about patience, guys. If you guys have been following me for, I don't know, years now, you guys know it's all about patience. You know, we're waiting for quality entries. We're not hopping into stuff right away. We're just literally waiting for the market to tell us what's going to happen next. So we got about 50 seconds left on this candle. We'll see where it goes. And then from there, we'll start catching some scalps. Let me, nice. Ms. AB opened, entered on open. So you probably locked in some nice profit off that too. Scroll up. Morning, Bradley. Morning, Peter. Morning, Kadre. Morning, Kushi. Morning, Vishnu. Morning, Nick. Morning, Steven. Morning, Kalashni. Morning, Ms. AB. Morning, Sisu. So, hey guys, if you guys want to send profits over, go ahead and feel free. Looks like you guys did actually. Let me check this out. So Camo, yeah, dude locked in 2,000 off that trade. So Camo said done for the day, down 2% on my FTMO, which is no big deal. I'll be back even tomorrow as long as I keep protecting my profit. Yeah, nice work, Camo. So Camo took that sell that I called for you guys right now. He locked in 2,318. So there's another win off that opening candle. We got another one over here. Let's see, Steven locked in 3,564. So everyone locked in a couple thousand off this morning. So nice work amongst everyone here. Let's see. Yeah, those are the morning profits right there. So everyone did pretty good. Steven locked in 3,564. Camo locked in 2,318. Angela locked in a couple $100 here. It was at 500, 600, 700 around there. Tam locked in about 412 on a small account. Jalan over here locked in 4,043. Nice work, bro. C-Suk locked in about 321. And Alan locked in 1,401. So nice work to everyone here. Let me just copy this over real quick to the saved messages over here so that we know what to follow. So if you guys have profits that you guys want to send over, just send them over to me, and then I'll post them in the group at the end of the session. So, you know, like I reminded you guys like from before, we all celebrate with each other. You know, it doesn't matter if like one of us wins or if everybody wins. We're all here for each other. As long as someone in K2 is profiting, that's all that really matters, right? We all work here as a team. There's no competition here. The only competition you have is yourself, really. And that's what we call trade psychology, because a lot of people have a problem with controlling their trade psychology. So we're here to help you out. We're here to all profit. See, Jasmine sent me some profits too. What'd you make, Jasmine? Nice. So Jasmine, she trades a smaller account right here. She didn't even take US 30, but she took different trades here. She took odd USD and GJ. I think these are the trades that I called yesterday, right? She's up 291, about 300. So we'll round it up to 300. If you guys copied my trades that I sent you guys yesterday, we did take odd USD. So we hit full TP for odd USD right here. And then we also hit TP for GJ yesterday over here as well. So I called both of these trades for you guys here in the premium. And yeah, Jasmine, she locked in some nice profit off that. So nice work. Anyways, looking at this right here off US 30, we're still waiting for it to confirm its direction. We're probably not going to enter any trades until like maybe 7 because we want to see where price is going. We want to see if it's retracing up. We want to see if it's coming back down further. If that's the case, then we can start catching some scalps in that direction there. So let me see. Yeah, we still have a sell bias here on the 3-minute. We also have a sell bias here on the 1-minute. So looking at this right here, if we get a sell signal here off the 1-minute, we can possibly take this for a small scalp. If you guys are familiar with the scalp strategy here off the 1-minute, just a reminder, we don't set a TP stop loss. We enter market, and then we just have these, like, this isn't the actual stop loss. This is just a marker for us to see where price is going in case we want to catch it for late entry, right? If price comes up, we catch it for late entry, and then we just write it back down. And then we manually exit once it reaches this area down here. So we'll be watching for this here. We do have a sell bias. So if we do have a signal here, I'll probably take it for a small little scalp. There we go. We got a sell signal right there pending. We got 50 seconds on the clock. So once that closes, we could possibly take it. All right. So we got 30 seconds left on that. That looks perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm going to take this if it closes right here. But we have to wait for it to close, right? You got to be patient. You got to wait for that confirmation. So you guys got to be quick. If you guys aren't familiar with this, go back and rewatch the previous live sessions. You'll see what we did here or what we're doing here. If you guys don't know, then you guys gotta be quick. We're gonna enter and exit really quick. We're in this trade for like maybe a few seconds, if not a few minutes at max. So no entry there. There's no sell signal. We're basically looking for a sell signal. We're gonna catch it as it rides down further. All right, I'm just waiting for this to close. I mean, it looks fine all around right here. The 10-minute looks like a sell. 3-minute looks like a sell. Looks like it's continuing dropping from this point. Once we have that confirmation it's going to drop, I'll just delete this upper arrow right here, and then we'll follow it as it makes its way down. So we got about 40 seconds left on this candle. Clashy Kid said, looks like you can pass FCM by just trading this alone for 10 days. Yeah, definitely, bro. That's how a lot of people here pass. Like a lot of people like, so if you guys just want to copy my trades, if you guys want real-time access, you guys just join, you guys can just go on the website, k2trades.com and sign up for K2 Premium Signals here to get the Zoom link. The problem with the YouTube, I know a lot of you guys here on the YouTube, the stream is delayed. It's delayed like 5 to 10 seconds. So that 5 to 10 seconds could be the difference between winning and losing a trade, right? So if you guys want access to real time, oh shit. All right, I'm in this trade right here, guys, for this sell. I'm going to right now. All right, I'm gonna catch it as it comes back down. I missed it as it closed right there. As it comes back down, I'm gonna hit sell. All right, I'm in the trade now. And then once it reaches this point down here, I'm just gonna manually close it out. You guys gotta be on point. You guys gotta be paying attention to the position because this moves really fast. And you can't really put a TP stop loss because it moves too fast. By the time, I mean, you just might miss the entire move if you use time to put a TP there. So I'll be watching it right here. If it goes up to this, if it goes up to this area here, this is a breaking point. If it goes to the breaking point, we just manually close it out. But if not, we're just going to catch it as it rides down. But yeah, like I mentioned, we don't have time to set a TP stop loss because it moves too fast. You don't want to be stuck in the trade setting a TP stop loss while it passes your TP and you don't get a chance to close it, because you guys got to be in and out really quick since this is the 1 minute. And I think there are earnings that are being released today too. So, the market is going to be a little bit jittery today. All right, there we go. Run profit. All right. Just watching. You guys got to watch the screen. Make sure that once it reaches TP, you guys close it out in profit. And don't get greedy. Once it's TP, close out. And it looks like it kind of died down a little bit, right? It's kind of slowed down a bit. All right, we got about 5 seconds left on this candle. We'll see where the next candle moves. And I got shitty entry, stupid spread. The spread kind of gave me some bad, it gave me kind of shitty entry. So I didn't get the full move. I think my entry is slightly below entry point. It's all good. Yeah, but like the reason why we do that opening breakout strategy is that sets the tone for the day, right? We take that trade, we make some profit off that, and then these scalps are just extra profits. And that's why we take that opening trade, because I'm already up like 1,000. So everything above here is just extra. I mean, it would have been more. It would have been like about 5,000 if I caught the entire move. Unfortunately, we waited, and we missed most of the move. But like I mentioned, profit is profit. As long as you guys lock in wins and don't suffer any losses, and you guys you stay consistent with the wins, you should be able to compound your account pretty consistently over time. So we're just gonna watch this kind of slow movement right now. I was expecting it to move a little faster after that opening candle, but it's just it's kind of slow right now. We got a pending signal on the 3 minute. And I should have just took a break after, but we'll see. If this trade right here closes, then we might take it easy for the rest of the day, because it is earnings and it is FOMC today. So the market is going to be moving a little crazy. So I think I might just close this out for a loss, or I'm going to hold on to it for a bit. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold on to it. What am I talking about? I'm going to hold on to it. It's going to be the same issue as yesterday. If you guys were sitting in on the session yesterday, you guys saw that price was super erratic, right? We actually let price run up past stop loss yesterday. We didn't even close it out. So yesterday, we didn't even close it out. We let it run past stop loss. And then right after it hit that, it came all the way back down to TP. So I'm going to be patient. I'm just going to wait. I took a smaller lot size off the scalp anyways. Just a reminder, if you guys are taking these scalps, your lot size has to differ if you're taking these smaller moves, because your risk is a lot higher, right? If you're taking these scalps where you're doing a negative risk to reward, you have to take a smaller lot size. For the breakout entry, you can take a different lot size for that, because it's an even 1-to-1. For these scalps, you got to take a smaller lot size. Like yesterday, we took a smaller lot size for that. So I was only in like for the bigger positions, I take 10 lots. So I'm like risking like hundreds per pip, right? For these 1 minutes, I'm only taking smaller lot size, especially if it's a riskier trade. I take a smaller lot size, and then I only risk like a couple $100 rather than risking a couple $1,000 if I'm trading a 10 lot for FTMO. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you guys are wondering, you know, the difference between these scalps and the difference between the breakout strategy, because the breakout strategy is way different since we're going for a bigger target. For these scalps, we're only taking a 10 pip target, which is not that big. But as long as you use proper risk, you should be perfectly fine. Yeah, profits aren't going to be as big for these 1 minute scalps, but you know, it's a 1 minute scalp, guys. You guys got to keep that in mind that, you know, comparing a 1 minute to like a 10 minutes is totally different. These move really fast and it can be very risky if you don't manage your risk properly. So keep watching this here. Yeah, we probably should have waited a little longer until like 7. You guys can see that price is kind of just ranging now. This is usually why we wait until like 7, 7:30, maybe 8 for us to take these entries, because we want price to smoothen out before we actually hop into stuff like this, because we don't want to get caught in this ranging movement here. Sometimes it doesn't range like this. I thought I was going to keep moving consistently because of the opening candle, but you know, who knows? Just like today, we didn't take that opening candle right away because Monday and Tuesday was consolidating and ranging a lot. Today it was a straight shot to TP. So here we go back in profit. Just remember, once it reaches TP, make sure to close out in profit. You guys have to be aware of what's going on here. All right, it's coming down. It's almost there. And profit a couple $100. There we go, back. It's just bouncing back and forth. Yeah, once we get out of this trade, I'm probably gonna hold off for a little bit. I'm gonna let the price kind of stabilize a bit and move directional. There we go. I'm out in profit, guys. So make sure to close out in profit. I just made a couple $100 off that, like $200. Not a big deal. Small little win off that. Because like I said, I entered that trade a little late too. So I'll show you guys the profits right now off that. All right. So yeah, make sure to close out in profit, guys. It's already at TP. What was I thinking? I said I was gonna close it early. What the fuck am I thinking, dude? I never close out early. That was dumb of me. I don't even know I was thinking of closing out early. But yeah, it's my mind playing games on me, right? Like I was telling you, like when you're trading like this, this ends up nice. SC, he caught that right there. All right, perfect. So full TP off that right there. Let's take a screenshot of this. So let me just see, it's 100. Yeah, honestly, I'm just not really feeling the market today, guys. There's just a lot of stuff going on today, even though I did make some nice profit. I'm just not, you know, sometimes you just don't feel the market. This doesn't feel as safe as you would want it to be, which is fine. You know, in situations like that, you should just take it easy. Nice. Eric closed 50%, still trailing. Congrats, bro. Yeah, keep locking in profits if you can. If you can move your stop loss to the TP right here, you should be good. Like I mentioned, it's all about patience. We're like fishing here. We're fishing for the perfect entries, and locking in some pretty good trades right here. So yeah, nice work amongst everybody here. So yeah, Roland locked in 682 off that trade. Congrats, Roland. So nice work to you, bro. Everyone here is locking in profit. All blue screens for everybody here. No bad trades. Charles over here, he locked in 241. Charles up 0.5% for the day. Nice. So like everyone here is doing really good, per usual. You know, nothing new here. It's the same thing we do here every day. So there's my profit right there. So today I'm up about, or just from this morning. I didn't want to show my profits from last night because I'm not trying to like show you guys like some fake, like I want to show you guys what we took this morning. Because the thing is, I can screenshot my whole screen over here and I'll show you the profits from yesterday. But you guys already saw my profits from yesterday, right? So yesterday I locked in the profits right here. I'm not trying to add those together. I'd rather just show you guys what we made this morning. That's why I'm just you know, screenshotting what we took this morning so that you guys can see what we took during the live session, because I'm trying to be 100% transparent with you guys. so that you guys can see what we're doing this morning specifically. So I locked in about 1,300 or 1,000. Yeah, about 1,300 this morning with these two trades we took. So, on to the next one. We'll see if there's any other entries. We're going to try to catch as many more scalps as we can before the news and FOMC this morning, because obviously the market's going to start moving a little crazy when it's to get to that point. Nice work, Eric. So Eric over here, let's see, he locked in 17,400. It's about 500 right there, 600. So he locked in about 500, 600 right here off these trades. You can see Eric was trading gold. I don't trade gold, but if you guys have the indicators, you guys can apply this strategy yourself on gold. So just a reminder, if you guys are brand new here and you guys want access to the indicators, just go on the website, k2trades.com. If you just want access to my trades real time, have access to the Zoom room, to copy everything real time, because like I mentioned, YouTube is a little delayed, 5 to 10 seconds. So you might miss these scalps here. But if you guys have the Zoom link where you can follow me real time, you just click on K2 Premium Signals right here and you'll get access to the Zoom room. If you guys want access to the actual indicators here and the strategy so that you guys can lock in profits like everyone else over here. So like I was mentioning, like Jasmine, right? She took these trades right here. I call those trades, but if you want to take trades like Steven over here, so Steven took these gold trades, right? He made about 1,500 right here, right? 1,500 on his own trading gold because he has access to the indicators. So if you guys want access to these indicators so that you can apply these strategies yourself, it's open to you. The opportunity is there. If you don't want to have access to the indicators, that's fine. It's there for you if you guys want it, but you guys don't have to sign up for that. So Kalanchi Kid is asking, is the indicator separate from the signals group? So if you sign up for the indicators, you'll have access to the group. It's included. It's like a full package. So if you guys want access to everything so that you guys can follow my trades and you can also take the trades on your own, then you can do that. If you sign up to the strategies, you'll have access to both. Let's see. Nice. So like Stanley over here locked in 735 as well. Congrats, Stanley. See, bro, you're not bad luck. Stanley's like, oh, I'm bad luck whenever I join the room. Nah, bro, you're good, man. You locked in profit with us here. Javier over here, you can see Javier, he took all these trades too, right? He had the indicators. He took a lot more trades than I called this morning. I only called 2 trades, but he took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 trades this morning. He made 660, and this is a smaller account. He's not trading like a huge account. Javier said while I was at work, he's out here cracking up. Javier said while I was at work. Nice work, Javier. So it's good to see everyone here in K2 profiting, right? These are, you guys can see the timestamp from today, like where it says today up here. These are all the profits from just this morning for members here in K2. So nice work to everybody here. What's up, Stanley? Possibly we'll be looking for a possible sell if it comes up, if it comes up right here. So we're just waiting for this retracement right here, and then we'll probably catch it as it comes back down. Yeah, we'll probably take it, but I'm gonna be a little careful as we follow through with this. So other than that, I think we're good for the most part. Nice. Kadri over here locked in 33 bucks. He has a smaller account right here too. He's trading AUD USD and Nasdaq. So nice work, bro. Off that right there. Yeah, looks like you guys did pretty good this morning. Slavo here locked in 2,267. Nice work, bro. He said cookies. Yeah, so as you guys can see here, everyone in K2 is locked in a ton of profit so far. But I'm ready to lock in a couple more before we log off for the day. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of news today. There's earnings today as well. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be affecting the market. Let's see, at 7:30, we have the crude oil inventories that's going to be released. That's probably going to affect the markets one way or another. We're also going to have the FOMC statement at 11 with the federal funds rate. So once it reaches like 9 o'clock, it's going to be risky to trade because once the FOMC starts to talk, they're going to talk about the US economy. It's going to affect the market one way or the other. And Biden's probably going to say some stuff again like he did last week. If you guys remember, Biden released his whole tax plan about, taxing the wealthy, higher capital gains, and like the market freaked. Like when he said that, US 30 just dumped. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that there's a lot of stuff going on today. So if you guys are taking trades, make sure to understand your risk, take lower risk if necessary, and follow through with whatever you guys are following here. Let's see. Karen said, "Morning, Shawn. Morning, all." Shawn will be taking the daily entry. I probably won't be taking it today, Karen, because today there's a lot of news. I'm not sure if you heard what I just mentioned. There's the FOMC at 11, and then there's a lot of other stuff going on throughout the day. So, and there's also earnings reports today too. So I personally wouldn't take the daily entry, because the last thing you want to do, Karen, is like, you don't want to enter the daily entry right here, right, for a sell. Like say, for example, you enter a sell right there, and then say like the news comes out, because the news is going to come out later today. So the news comes out here at 11. And the last thing you want to do, that you want to happen, is you enter this trade, it goes slightly in profit or goes slightly in negative, and then it just goes sideways for a bit. And then you're just like flipping the coin right there, right? You're rolling the dice. You're like, oh, is price going to shoot all the way up, or is price going to come back in my profit? And you don't want to get caught in that. So there's a lot of news today, so I won't be taking the daily entry. You can take it if you want. You can see right here, it's starting to build up, right? So I'll mark it up for you guys, but I'm not going to call the trade, and I'm not going to take the trade myself, because it's just too risky of a trade with all the news going on this morning. I'll be scalping within it, but I'm not going to be taking the actual the daily entry. So just keep that in mind. I'll see if there's any scalps here as well, because I know some of you guys are looking for some scalps here. Let me check the K2SRs right here. So we got that right there. Got that right there. Yeah, I'll see if there's any scalps around this area. Yeah, it looks like there was actually a scalp right here. I don't know if anyone caught this, the 10-minute using the snipe strategy. So if you guys are brand new here, this is the snipe strategy. We identify a rejection off the K2 pivot, rejection off the K2SR structure. Actually, this wouldn't be an entry because there was no sell signal there. Damn, look at this big drop. That's crazy. Huge, huge drop right there. So if you guys were following the trade that we took earlier today, it's actually still dropping. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, if you guys took the sell right there that we took like a little while ago, it's still dropping even further. We actually pulled out here at 100 pips, but it actually dropped like 50 pips right there. So as you guys can see, the market's moving kind of crazy right now. Because I don't know if the earnings report came out. I don't know if anyone's following the earnings reports. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's following the earnings reports, but I know there's a couple of earnings that were released. Let me check Jeff. I know Jeff's here. Let me check the messages we had yesterday, because he sent out the, oh my bad, Jeff. I just saw your message for the Zoom link. Yeah, he sent out the, you sent in the group actually, right? Jeff had a lot of big convo here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to find that screenshot you took of the earnings report from, see if I could find it. All right, Jeff, let me see. I know you did send the FANG report or whatever you sent over. Damn, I can't remember where you posted that. I mean, whatever, it's not a big deal. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys are familiar with the stocks, a lot of the big names are releasing their earning reports this week. So trying to figure out where it's at. I always Google it. Let's see, earnings report this week. I just pull up Yahoo. I just shout it on here. All right. So let me just pull this up over here. I'm just going to drag this over. I mean, there's a lot in here. Just trying to figure out which ones are the bigger ones, like the big names. I mean, there's a lot of earnings reports that are being sent out here. I know there's like a screenshot that we had in a group this week that showed the big names. But I mean, it's whatever. You guys understand what the earnings report is, right? The earnings report is basically the companies, they're releasing, their earnings for this month, so, or last month actually, and basically it's going to affect the market. It's going to affect specifically US 30, because US 30, even though it's not directly affecting these specific stocks within this index, they overlap because a lot of these companies are connected one way or another. So we'll see how that affects the market. I just don't know what time they're releasing the reports for that stuff. But it's fine, whatever. You guys just be aware that the market's going to move weird because the earnings report plus FOMC plus other news going on in the world. See, Marwan over here said, woke up and washed my face, hit sell on US 30 first FTMO trade. Nice, bro. So yeah, looks like you locked in some nice profit off that. Locked in about a little over $100, Marwan. Nice, dude. Yeah, Marwan, he's one of our older members here at K2. He just came back recently after some BS that happened. So yeah, good to see that you have your first trade in profit, Marwan. That's usually what it is. You guys usually need that push in the water to build your confidence, right? Once you have the confidence up, you guys can start taking trades easily without having to worry. But that's usually the biggest problem with a lot of traders, right? A lot of people who trade, like, they don't have the confidence to just enter trades. Like for this 1 minute here, I know a lot of you guys didn't enter that trade, right? But the people who had confidence, because they've been following me for like years now, they were able to enter the trade right away. Like Marwan took it, Slava took it, Cadre took it, Javier took it, Stanley took it, Eric took it, Charul took it, Roland took it, Jasmine took it. So there's a good amount of people, maybe like 10 to 20 people who actually took that trade that I called this morning. But it's because they have confidence in the strategy. They have confidence in the results. So yeah, sometimes you just need that one win. A lot of people just need that one win. It gives you that confidence, and then you can start taking trades and not worry. Because a lot of people, you get in your head too much. Like even myself from earlier today, like sometimes you get in your own head where you second guess your trades. For me, normally I don't second guess my trades. The only reason I'm second guessing today is because there's a lot of news events that are causing stuff like that to move. Let's see, Jeff, where you at? Shit like Jeff. Yeah, no, exactly, Jeff. That's fine. Yeah, me and Jeff are talking about that right now. Jeff's like actually one of our more veteran traders. He's been trading for like, how long has it been now, Jeff? Nearly 10 years now. 9 years, right? Yeah. So Jeff's been trading for 9 years. Jeff actually, he's gotten into his head too much, so he had to come down to K2 to build that confidence back up. All right, so we got a buy signal right here. This is exactly what we were looking for. We got this buy signal over here, and now we're looking for a sell to come back down for a possible scalp back further down. Obviously, you guys can see right here, like I mentioned. So after this candle right here, remember I told you guys that price will either come back up over here or it'll continue dropping, right? What happened from this point? It continued dropping. So our bias for today is going to be a sell. Price is probably going to keep dropping. Once it reaches around 9 o'clock over here, it's probably going to consolidate a little bit. And then usually once it hits 10, price will just reverse. Midway through market, price will go the opposite way. But today FOMC is speaking, so we don't know how price is going to move. It might go the opposite way, it might not. There's no guarantee that it's going to do what it normally does because there's a lot of news this morning. But looking here on the 10 minute, it still has a bearish bias. Looking here on the 3 minute, still bearish bias. So right here, we're going to look for a possible entry off the 1 minute. I don't know if I'll take it though, because it looks like it's still retracing up a little further. So the problem with this is it's going to be too close. If a stop loss is at 30 pips or 300 pips, it's just too close. I probably want it to push up a little higher. Or who knows? I mean, if that becomes a case where it just continues to drop from here, then that's fine. We can take a scalp down here because we're only going for like 100 pips. So our target's like right there, right? It's enough for us to make profit off that, pull out of the trade, and then wait for the next one. So we'll see. We still have a sell bias here. So if we do get a sell signal, we'll probably take it. But yeah, if not, then we're just gonna wait for the next one. What's up, Roosevelt? How's it going, bro? Let me just scroll up real quick. I'm looking at all the messages over here right now. Like all you guys are just messing with this right here. Nice, Camo. Yeah, Camo said, I know y'all better be liking this video due to the nicest rich person you'll ever stumble upon on the internet. Yeah, no, guys, I'm here to help you guys out. Like, obviously, I can just trade on my own. I don't really have to come on these live sessions, but I'm here to share my trades with you guys and help you guys profit with me. Because the thing is, we're scalping, guys. When you're scalping, the market can't really fuck with you, right? Because the thing is, you're in and out of the trades so quickly where the market makers can't just be like, oh, we're going to spike price this way, we're going to spike price this way to stop you out, right? When you intraday trade and you hold trades for like a couple hours, I know you guys have seen this before where like, say for example, you enter like a sell right here, right? I don't know if you guys trade intraday because we do trade intraday for FOREX, but for US 30 we trade which we usually scalp. So like sometimes you'll see price go down here and then it'll go in your direction, and all of a sudden like an hour later it'll just go opposite way, right? So I don't really prefer intraday trading. I can trade intraday. If you guys have seen our Forex trades over here, our Forex trades still hit. It's just with scalping, I can share trades with you guys and we can hop in these trades really quick because they're just quick movements. We're not really trying to catch the big moves. So there's really no issue with me sharing these trades with you because we can hop in and out really quick. Market makers can't really mess with you because you're only in the trade for like a few seconds, a few minutes at most. So you literally hop in, scalp it, make a couple $100, couple $1,000, hop out, and then wait for the next one. So that's why I'm just trying to share this knowledge with you guys here. But obviously a lot of people in the group, or like mostly the K2 admins, they kind of want me to stop doing these live sessions so I can just focus on my trading and then just trade with the members of K2. But for now, I'll keep doing these live sessions, but eventually we're probably gonna have to make it a little more private because we do get a lot of trolls in this room from time to time, and they're just here to distract us, right? And the thing is, if I get distracted, I won't be able to call any trades for you guys. So yeah, I'm like pretty much here to help you guys out. Let me see if there's any other questions here as well as we continue. Nice. Kalashnik said, damn, I made 100 on my FTMO from that scalp. I'm not even part of the group. My sign up today, man. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. If you sign up, you'll have more opportunities to catch more trades. You don't necessarily need to be in premium, but if you want to have real-time trades and you guys want to learn these strategies, then yeah, that'd be your best option. I mean, you pretty much pay off your subscription within like one trade anyways. Yeah, if you made $100 off that, subscription's only $60. So you're literally getting it for free. Yeah, Paul, take a look at gold. Let me add you over here to the list. So let's see. Paul wants me to take a look at gold. I'll add a list here for things to look at because I think as we get closer to 9 o'clock, we're probably going to stop looking at trades, and then we'll probably just analyze stuff and answer questions. See, this guy just saw your message. Let's see, scroll down a little more. I think there's a couple other questions here. All right, cool. Yeah, Amir wants me to take a look at GU as well. So Amir, GBP USD, and I'll show you guys how I analyze intraday because our intraday strategy works perfectly fine. It's just that a lot of people don't like holding trades for like hours on end, if not days, if the markets start moving too slow. So let me turn on my alerts for this 1 minute here. All right, so if I get an alert, I'll come back to it. Right now, I just don't see anything at this time. It's kind of just consolidating right now. So I'll take a look at gold first. Let's go to gold for 1 second. Here's our GJ trade. It's still consolidating right here, but it's about to hit TP2 for a 25 pips. Our odd USD position over here already hit full TP right there for 35 pips. So we're good with that. I don't think we have any losses this week, straight wins. So let's go over to gold real quick. So here's gold. Oh, look, it's playing out exactly how we marked it up. So if you guys were following my gold analysis for the past week or so, I mentioned that price was going to come down for a double bottom and then it's going to swing back up, right? So here, I'll reanalyze this again from scratch just so that you guys can see, how I came up with this thought process here. for you guys who are new, I mean, if you guys have been here for a while, you guys already know how I analyze stuff. But for the new people here, I'll just show you real quick. So basically, this is a naked chart. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Go back to this 1 minute. We have a scalp available right here. Let me see if we can cash the scalp. If we do, then we'll just catch this really quick, and I'll go back to my analysis. All right, we got about 40 seconds left on this candle right here. Let me just check US 30, bearish bias, 3 minute bearish bias. Yeah, still has a bearish bias. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle. We'll see where it closes. And then I'll go back to gold for you, Paul. So let's see. It doesn't look like we're going to get an entry off that, actually. That was anticlimactic, right? Yeah, as you guys can see here, US 30 is starting to move a little funky. So I don't even know if I'm going to take any more trades off this. I might actually just chill out for a bit because I'm pretty much happy with my, how much did I make today? Let's see. Yeah, because I'm pretty happy with my profits for today. I'm already up 1,200 or 1,300. So, I mean, I technically don't really need to trade anymore if I don't want to today. So if anything, I might just like follow these trades for you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to take them yet. If I take them, I'll let you know. I just got to, I got to see how I feel when I see the entry. Like right here, I don't know if I really feel this sell if it comes up because it's just, I don't know, market's just kind of consolidating right now. It's just going back and forth. Because I like it when it's directional. Like for example here, see how it's directional? Like it was directional, then we got that sell signal. Solid, right? I don't like it when it's going sideways like this because if we go sideways and then we have a sell signal, this can it can go either way. It can go up or down. And with all the news this morning, it's going to be pretty risky. All right, so this might look a little better now because you can see that we have a small little channel building up right here, right? So see, I might want to take this one right here. This actually looks a little better. This is something that I'm actually comfortable with. But we'll see. We got to wait for it to close. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle right here. And this is fine because you guys can see that there's a lot of space between this area right here. You can see from here to here, there's enough cushion, right? It's enough for us to hit our TP without having to worry about it reaching, hitting some sort of support here. Or like a 1 minute support if that's even possible on this markup right here. So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle. If we get an invalid sell, then I'm probably going to hold off for the rest of the day. I'll continue to look for trades, but I'm probably going to hold off because that just shows that the market is indecisive. All right, so I'm done with looking for scalps right now, guys. I'm gonna go back to gold and analyze it. You can see that we have an invalid sell right there. With that invalid sell, it's indicating that market is very indecisive right now. As you can see here, we rarely get those invalid sells, right? They're usually valid signals. So when you get an invalid sell like that, it's kind of indicating like, hey, price is kind of moving a little funky right now. You should probably chill out. Like right here, you can see that we got some invalid sells here and price went the opposite way, right? It came up and then we got an invalid sell, came up, and then it came back down. But then once it came back down, you can see it started to move smoothly, right? Because we had an invalid sell here, it came up. We had a valid sell here, it came down. Valid buy, came up. Valid sell, came down. Whenever it's valid, it's better. Right here again, an invalid sell. What happened from that point? Invalid sell, it went the opposite way, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm probably going to chill off US 30 for a bit, and then we'll start looking for some trades a little later. But right now, I'm going to take a look at gold. So here's the gold right here. Peter said, how come you don't have the trend meter on your chart? I don't use the trend meter for US 30, Peter. Have you seen me use it? Because I've never used the trend meter on my chart before for US 30. I'm not sure if you thought I used it on here. The pivots are what we use for the trend because there's no point in like really doubling up on the same end. Like if we already have this for the trend, the trend meter isn't really necessary because we already go on the 10 minute. It's going to be trending down regardless, right? So if I turn on the trend meter here, it's going to be a downtrend regardless because we're already looking at it manually. So see how it's in a downtrend right there, Peter? There's so if I show you real quick, because the thing is when you're using the trend meter, we're we're using these time frames, but by looking at, see how it's red down there? We already know it's red because it's trending down here on the 1 minute, it's trending down on the 3 minute, and it's trending down on the 10 minute. So we have the real-time trend already, so we don't really need the trend meter. I mean, you can use it if you want that full confirmation. Yeah, you can use it. It works perfectly fine. It's just, see, if you were to catch something like this right here, this wouldn't line up. This would have been a straight reversal. So that's why we don't really use a trend meter for here. I prefer to use the actual trend here to identify that. Because like if you look at this right here, see the trend meter right here is green, right? At 422. If you look here on the 10 minute at 422, it's above it, but you can see that it's still consolidating. It's not really a strong trend. And then same here for, actually, if you look here on the 3 minute, it was actually a downtrend. So that's why we don't necessarily use it. But I mean, if you want to use it, you can, Peter. It's an extra confirmation, but it's not necessary per se. So let's go back to gold real quick. So here's gold. Here's a naked chart. There's nothing on the chart. First thing I do is identify market structure. In order to do that, I turn on the K2SR indicator. And then from here, I draw my zones to identify the rejection points. So we got one right there. One right there. 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 And when these zones over here overlap, we just create one big zone, because there's no point in drawing a whole bunch of zones right next to each other or zones that overlap, right? So we just draw those together right there. Right here, once we identify market structure, we can turn that off. You can see market structure starts from up here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing like I do every day, because if you guys want to watch how I analyze this from top to bottom, you guys can go and check the previous live streams, because I analyze gold every day. So if you guys want to go back and see how I analyzed it from here, go ahead and rewatch the video from yesterday or the day before that or the day before that. But I'm going to go ahead and just focus on what's important right now. So if I focus on current market structure, I'll just draw this vertical line right here. You can see that price kind of splits, right? From this area over here, this is market structure from April 1st up until April 15th. And then from April 15th up until April 28th, this is current market structure. So this is what's important, this area right here. The next thing I do is I turn on the momentum indicator to identify the bias. So right here, we had a sell bias, right? Because we had a sell signal. And then from that point, it came down to here. Now price is rejecting off this point. I anticipate a buy signal to come up from here. And the reason I know that is because I created this indicator. So I know exactly when the signals are coming up. So right here, I have the rejection from this point. There's a strong bullish candle right here. So I probably anticipate a buy signal come up from this point. And then from there, I expect it to shoot up to here. Right. So looking at this here, if you guys have been following my analysis for the past, I mean, I analyze gold every day for everybody here. So maybe for the past 2 years, my gold analysis is usually on point. So looking at this right here, we have a double rejection, right? It's a double bottom. So with that said, all we need is a buy signal. If we get a buy signal right here, it's going to confirm the move up. And the reason for that is because we already have a buy that's running over here, right? So we technically have a buy entry that's running from this point over here that hasn't completed yet. It's still technically active. So what I see happening right here is this is just going to be a second entry. So we've already reached halfway to profit right there. It just consolidated a little bit. Once we get another buy right here, another buy signal, this is going to be, it's going to be a continued move, right? This move is going to continue up and it's going to finish the initial move over here. And if you guys aren't familiar with the strategy that I apply for gold, this is going to be the K2SR zone strategy on the 4-hour time frame. And it's very simple. First, you just want to confirm a break and close past K2SR or K2SR zone to confirm direction of momentum using K2 momentum indicator. And lastly, you can enter on the open of the following candle. So looking at this right here, basically we turn on the momentum indicator. We had a break and close past structure right here. We had a buy signal right here. And that's where we got this entry over here, right? So that's basically what I see happening here. Looking at another confluence that I use for gold is I look at the DXY, which is the dollar index. The dollar index moves opposite of gold generally. you know, based on based off basic fundamentals. So looking at this right here at the DXY, see how the DXY is dropping right here? It's dropping like heavily. With that said, gold is probably going to continue pushing up because gold moves opposite of the dollar. So if the dollar is moving down, then gold will go up. If the dollar is going up, vice versa, then gold will go down, right? But looking at the dollar right here, you can see that the dollar is weak. So with that said, if you guys are familiar with basic fundamentals of gold and the dollar, when price is going up, that means that the first currency is stronger than the second currency because it's gaining in weight, right? When it's gaining in weight, it goes up. Vice versa, when price is going down, that means that the second currency is stronger than the first currency. So looking at this right here, if price is going down, that means that the US dollar is strong. However, looking at the DXY over here, the dollar is weak, right? So with the dollar being weak, what do you think is going to happen with gold? It's going to go up, right? So that's why our analysis here is for a buy. And there's other confluences that we use to confirm that bullish move right there. For one, we have the double bottom right here. So it'll qualify for a technical analysis, you know, review of this move right here. The dollar is weak, so that's going to confirm the confluence of the fundamental analysis of gold. And lastly, this entry that we have set up from April 16th, it still hasn't completed yet, right? So that's three confluences right there. We have confluence for our strategy. We have a confluence for technical analysis right here for a double bottom. We have a confluence for fundamental analysis right here because the dollar is weak. So just using all of those and putting them all together, you can see that gold is probably going to continue on up. So that's pretty much my analysis for gold right there. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for now. We'll follow through and I'll just leave this marked up so that we can follow and see where it goes from here. Just keep in mind that at 11 o'clock, the FOMC is going to be, or the Fed more in general, they're going to be speaking and giving their monthly statement. So with that said, that can affect price heavily, where they'll spike price up for the dollar or they'll spike price down. So with that said, you know, gold may react to that. So just keep that in mind. I probably would stay away from gold until they're done talking. So maybe until Asia session, but right now it's, I think it's a risky move for you to just enter it just because you want to enter the trade. So just keep that in mind. So that's it for gold right there. Let me see what else is going on over here. Stanley said, damn, that scalp just won. Oh, it did, huh? Yeah, no, it did. This one would have won right here. So full TP off that one if whoever caught it. Obviously, I didn't take it, so it's not going to count as the results. Obviously, I'm not going to just count that. There's another one right here, but it went straight into reversal. See, this is what I was talking about. The market is starting to move a little weird. As we get closer to the FOMC. Actually, right now, the oil inventories are being released. Let's see. So the crude oil inventories, it's at 7:30. It's 7:28. So in 2 minutes, the numbers are going to be released. That's probably, I don't know if it's directly affecting the market, but I mean, obviously, it's probably going to affect the market one way or another, since it's a somewhat high impact news for the U.S. So we'll see where it moves from there. I'll wait for the news to pass. Once the news is passed, we can probably look for maybe one more scalp before we call it a day. So let's see. Yeah, we'll wait for the next one. I'm probably not gonna. Well, I obviously wouldn't want to enter that trade. If you enter that right there, that's probably gonna hit your stop loss. Or it's not hit stop loss, but you know it's gonna hit your breaking point. Breaking point generally is gonna be past the pivots right here. Because, and the reason why that's breaking point is because at that point, price might be reversing the opposite direction. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I don't think I'm going to be taking any more scalps on my own personal account. I'm happy with my profits for the day. So I'm not really looking to risk anything more, you know, as we continue on. So going back to what I was looking at earlier, that's my analysis for gold. Next up is going to be GU for Amir. So that's it for gold, Paul. GU for Amir next. But let me just check out US 30 real quick. I'm going to see what the bias is looking like here. Yeah, I think it's still got a ways to go, but it still has a sell bias here off the 10-minute. It also has a sell bias here on the 3-minute, but it looks like it has some strong bullish candles from that point. Stanley said, was busy real quick. I heard you talk about FOMC news. You think it's going to move heavy? I mean, we really don't know, Stanley. You really don't know until it actually happens, because we don't know what they're going to talk about. They have the same statement every month. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. There's no real way to predict it, because we don't know what they're talking about, right? Like, they can be talking about stuff reopening. So if they're talking about stuff reopening, because I did see a Biden, he mentioned that, like, if you have the vaccine, you don't have to wear the mask anymore. So, obviously that's going to have an effect on the market, because if people don't have to wear masks, a lot of things are going to reopen, right? The conflict with that is going to be, how do you know if someone's vaccinated or not? So there's going to be a lot of different factors that are going to go into this statement, Stanley. It's probably going to be somewhat heavy, because there's a lot of big news coming out with regard to COVID. But who knows? We really don't know what's going to happen until it happens. So me personally, I just sit out the market instead of risking it, right? Because you really don't know what's going to happen, and you're basically just gambling at that point. And over here, we don't really gamble. We take calculated risks, and that's why we do so well here at K2 consistently long term. So I wouldn't gamble with it, Stanley. I would just wait, see what happens. The FOMC statement is coming out at 11. The press conference is coming out at 11:30. So market's probably going to be not so good until like Asia session anyways. And Biden is speaking today too. So this wasn't here earlier. There's a lot of stuff going on today. So the rest of today might be kind of screwed up, because we have, we got the FOMC statement coming out at 11. We have the federal funds rate at 11 as well. We have the FOMC press conference at 11:30, where they'll be answering questions. And then again, we have President Biden speaking at 6 o'clock. And you know how Biden, this dude could like screw up the market again, like he did like last week when he, because last week he was talking about raising taxes on the wealthy, right? Who trades the stock market? The wealthy, right? They're the ones that pretty much control the stock market. So like when he announced that he was going to raise capital gains, what happened to the US 30 last week, right? If you guys were following US 30, as soon as Biden said that, I don't know if it was here it was like one of these days here, like right here on the 22nd, right? I think this was what it was, either the 22nd or the 20th. I know Biden said something about raising taxes on the wealthy, and look what happened to US 30. Everyone sold off their stocks, and it just came crashing down, right? So I would be careful with trading today. I'm probably not going to trade much today after this session, because I just don't want to risk it, right? I'm already up like heavy profit for the week. There's no point in me risking it just to catch a couple more scalps. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff going on today, and it's not necessarily a good thing. Oh, cool. So thanks, Peter. Peter said IG sentiment is 55% short. So it was 59 earlier, right? Looks like a lot of people are getting stopped out. Yeah, it's 56 now. So people are getting stopped out. People were shorting the Dow, and then now as the Dow moves back up, people are getting stopped out, or they're just closing out their positions because they're pulling out as we approach the heavy news this morning. So as you guys can see, that's why volatility is probably going to start to die down a bit. And if volatility dies down, then it's going to be hard for you to enter any good trades. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are thinking about trading during FOMC, because you might get stuck in a trade for like a couple hours, and it might not even move at all. So just keep that in mind when you guys are looking at these trades here. So anyways, going back to the pairs over here, the next question was GU from Amir. So I'll pull up GU for you real quick. Let's see. Nice. Sorry, I'm just looking at GJ. Our GJ is about to hit TP2 right here for 25 pips. I don't know what happened with this candle right here. I don't know if anyone was trading GJ when there's a big spike right here happened. But I mean, honestly, I have no idea what caused that spike right there. But just zooming in from here, I mean, our GJ has been doing pretty good so far. We almost hit TP2 yesterday, but then it just pulled back a little bit, right? It's almost at our TP2, which is fine. We'll keep following it as we go. But for right now, Amir wants me to take a look at GU. So I'll delete everything off the chart, zoom out, start from a naked chart right here. There's nothing on the chart. First thing I'm going to do is identify market structure. To do that, I turn on the K2SR indicator. So I turn this on right here. I'll bring this down right there. Bring this down right here. And you guys can see how easy it is to identify market structure with the K2SR indicator, right? A lot of people have trouble identifying market structure, and you're not alone. Like, a lot of people had this problem. That's why I created this indicator to give you guys basically tracer lines, right? It pretty much does everything for you. You just got to draw over them to identify them yourself. So this is like training wheels for you. It's practicing, right? Because now that you're able to see where the zones are, you can turn this off and you're like, oh, it was literally like right there. And then you learn how to follow through with this. So looking at GU right here, it looks like if I mark up the market structure, I'll just close it off from this point right here. This is where current market structure is right now. This is previous market structure over here. So you can see from like April 19th up until April 21st, it came down from here, it broke structure. Now this is new market structure in this area. Same situation with this over here. If we close this off over here, you can see that this is market structure right here as well. If I delete this zone and this zone right here, you can see price pretty much came down from here on April 6th, came down here, rejected off here off April 11th, and it came right back up here into this market structure above. So looking at current price right here for GU, I'll turn on the momentum indicator and we'll look for a bias. So just looking at this right here, I mean, the bias here is it's just sideways. So looking over here, Amir, you can see that price is just consolidating, right? If I delete all these zones right here, you can see what's important, right? Price is just ranging within this area right here. It's just in consolidation. So what's important right here, like what we're looking for is we're waiting for price to break and close past here, this area right here. Once price breaks and close past this area right here, then we can expect it to possibly push up even further. The reason for this is because if you remember, we looked at the dollar index, see how the dollar is weak right here. The same analysis for gold works for GU right here. When price goes up, that means that the first currency is stronger than the second currency, right? Since the US dollar is pretty much going to shit right now, if that's the case, we could probably expect this to shoot up even higher. If you want to do a side-by-side analysis of that, you can pull up the index for the pound, which is a BXY. So we got the BXY over here, and we compare it with the DXY over here. So looking at these both over here, you can see that the pound index is strong, it's pushing up, and the dollar index is pushing down as it's weak, right? So if it's pushing down like this, then you can expect GU to continue pushing up from here, right? So what we're looking for here is you're just waiting for price to break and close past this structure. You're looking for a buy signal, which is it's probably going to come up. There you go. We have a pending buy signal right there, right? So we're just waiting for this to break and close past here. Then you can take a buy and then write it up from there to the next zone, basically for like 30 pips. So that's my analysis for GU right there. It's the same analysis that played out over here, right? So right here, same strategy using the K2SR strategy. If I zoom back to this area over here, you can see it's the same exact setup, right? We have price breaking and closing past the structure right here. We have a buy signal right here. If you have these line up right here, this is the K2SR strategy. We enter a long position right there. Probably shoot it a little higher, maybe around like 55 pips, something like that. So with that said, once you have this lined up right there, you let it run, and there you go, full TP, right? Same setup right here. That's exactly what we're looking for over here. So same setup here, price break and close past structure. We take the sell right there, full TP. Again, right here, that's pretty much what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for price to break and close past this structure so that we can catch that buy right there and then write it up. So that's pretty much my analysis for GU. And that's it for that right there. So let's see, we're all done with that. Going back to US 30, I don't really see any entries here. Looks like it might be coming back down. So if it's coming back down, we could possibly catch like one more scalp before I log off for the day. But I'll probably be logging off maybe around 8. So we have about like 30 minutes left. If you guys have any other questions, just put them in the chat and then we can take a look. Donatello, I see your question there for Nasdaq. So I'll take a look at Nasdaq real quick. So how do you want me to analyze Nasdaq, Donatello? Do you want me to analyze it from a short-term perspective or an intraday perspective? So I can look at it, however you want me to look at it. Because if you want the intraday analysis, I'll do it on the 1 hour. If you want the short-term analysis, I could do it on the 10 minutes. It's just up to you, however you want me to look at it. You're probably looking at it right now. So if you're looking at it currently, you probably want me to look at it on the 10-minute, right? So I'll just pull up Nasdaq real quick on the 10-minute. If you want a bigger picture of it, then we can go on the higher time frame. But just looking at Nasdaq 100 right here, let's see. Yeah, looking at the pivots right here, price is breaking below. We don't have a sell. I don't know what's going on with this right here. So looking at the Nasdaq 100, let me see if I could pull this up over here. Yeah, possible entry here if you're using the scalp strategy that we're using over here. Here, let me go over here real quick and I'll draw some zones. We'll see if there's any entries here for using the snipe strategy for you guys who are familiar with it. Let's see. All right, so I'll turn this off right here. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't see any entries here for a sell yet. I mean, it's building up. But you can see from the Nasdaq right here, it's kind of it's moving back and forth a lot, right? So there's big spikes back and forth right here. This is because of the earnings report. So I'm not sure if you guys are following the earnings report that I was mentioning earlier. There's earnings reports that were, here, let me see if I could actually Google it. Earnings report. I wouldn't even mess with Nasdaq right now because the earnings report is coming. I mean, it's out right now. So let's see. Yeah, it made the reason why I made that big turn was because of the FANG report today, Donatello. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the FANG report. They're like a lot of the tech companies, they're releasing their earnings this week. So we got Netflix, Alphabet, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. So today we have, or was today Wednesday? Facebook, Apple and Facebook are releasing their earnings reports today. So I'm not sure what their earnings reports are. Here, let me go over here real quick. So if you look at the Nasdaq, you can see the big changes right here. See, so like you can see that they're kind of going back and forth, right? Alphabet is up 4%, Amazon's up 1.3%, eBay's up 1.3%, Facebook's up 1.2%, but a lot of these are also carrying it down. Amgen's down 7%. So they're going back and forth. If you're familiar with how Nasdaq works, these are the individual stocks that are within the Nasdaq. So if you are looking at this here, you would see, which ones are moving. The reason why it's so erratic right now is because the earnings report was just released for this. So that's why they're going back and forth. Some of them are recovering, some of them aren't. But yeah, just looking at the Nasdaq right here, I mean, a lot of these are super opposite. Like Amgen's down 7%. That's a big drop. Texas Instruments down 4%. I mean, they're back and forth. So I don't think there's really going to be a direction set here for the Nasdaq right now. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with the earnings reports coming out. So I personally, if you ask me, I personally wouldn't mess with it because the thing is, like, it is dropping right now, but it can easily just spike right back up if something else is released, right? I mean, at this point, you're just gambling because there's no real direction that's being set, right? It did swing up right here because of the earnings report. So now it's just correcting back down. So if I was to look at it, I'd probably look at it from a sell bias because if you look at it from here, if I just delete this stuff, so it was already trending down. The earnings report came out, it shot up right here and it came right back down. So I'd be looking for a possible sell if that's what you're looking for. But I wouldn't necessarily just hop in just because, right? Like right here, I have my zone set up. Like I don't have any entries that are really, there's our TP hit for GJ right here, TP2. So one thing that we haven't done in a while, even though we hit a bunch of TPs this week, is we haven't rang the horn for you guys. For you guys who are wondering, I know Steven's been asking for that, the horns. So there's your horn, Steven, for GJ right there. But we haven't really, I mean, we hit a lot of TPs. I just forgot about the horns. My bad, guys. I know a lot of you guys like those horns, but yeah, there's pretty much the analysis for Nasdaq right now. But yeah, no. So Donatello said I traded the opening as you said, done for the day. Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't really risk it right now, Donatello. It looks like you can possibly enter a sell here, but from my perspective, there's just a lot of stuff going on, especially with the Fed speaking later. That's going to affect Nasdaq as well, because a lot of these tech stocks made their claim to fame due to the COVID stuff. Yeah, don't tell us that long-term bias is bullish. Yeah, it's always going to be bullish for these indices because they switch out these indices. Like once the stock underperforms, they switch out for a better one, right? So these are always going to be bullish long-term. But right now, currently, short-term, it looks like it's continuing to drop because you can see right here it was bullish on the 26th, and then on the 27th it started coming down. So I probably wouldn't mess with it personally. If you're asking me, like, would I trade it? I personally wouldn't. But well, I don't even trade it anyway, so it'd be out of the question if you ask me if I traded it. But looking at it here, it looks like it's going to continue dropping, and that's just my perspective. Looking over here at CNBC, let me check the overall. So it looks like they're all red right now, except for the S&P. S&P is the only one that's pushing up right now. So the Dow Jones is pushing down, Nasdaq's pushing down, Russell 2000 is pushing down, the VIX is pushing down. So I probably expect this to continue dropping from this point. It's just, with the heavy news coming up, we really don't know what's going to happen, because right here at 10, it'll probably, possibly reverse in the other direction. Let me see here if it happens here as well. So yeah, same situation here. So look at Nasdaq right here. I'm just going to delete this stuff because the zones are kind of pointless right now. So as you guys can see right here, look at the Nasdaq right here. It was pushing up bullish from 6:30 up until 10. So, well, 6:30 it dropped, right? It dropped and then it recovered back up. But then once it hit 10 right here, it came, right back down. So looking at this right here, obviously price came. It's kind of weird. It looks like Nasdaq has two impulses. So 6:30 right here, price came up, price came down during mid-session, and then midway through, it's probably gonna swing back up, right? It's kind of like what happened over here. Price came down, came up. Looks like it has multiple impulses here for Nasdaq. Came down, came up, and then it came right back down right there. Came up right here, came down, and then comes back up from this point. So that's why, like, even though we have a sell bias here, I would be careful, because with the news coming up, this can easily just spike up in the other direction. That's pretty much what I think of Nasdaq. I don't trade Nasdaq, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. Where I think Nasdaq is going to go. If you ask me about US 30, I can give you a straight answer. But for Nasdaq, like, I'm going to be completely straight up with you guys. I don't trade Nasdaq, so I don't know. I don't necessarily know how it moves. The person you guys could probably ask would be Jeff. Where's Jeff at? Yeah, Jeff, if you yeah, Jeff said big earnings report this week, guys. Not the week to go big, smaller size, unless scalping. Taking a break right now. Yeah, so Jeff actually trades Nasdaq. He trades NQ. So if you Donatel, I think you're in the premium, right? If you're in the premium, just like pop in there, and then you can talk with Jeff, because Jeff loves trading the Nasdaq. So I mean, he'd go on all day about how the Nasdaq's going to move. I personally don't trade it, so I can't really talk about it like that. But if you want someone to talk about the Nasdaq with, Jeff would probably be your guy. Yeah, definitely. Nice, Jeff. Nice. Tommy over here locked in 3,000 for the day. Nice work, bro. So Tommy's up 3,189. Nice work, dude. I'm going to save that over there. He says he's done for the day. David over here, he's up 8 pips right here for the euro. And look at this dude. This dude's trading euros with euros. Nice work, David. Yeah, David's a fucking dollar. Now David's he's in Italy right now. So that dude's actually messing with real euros. Definitely. Thanks, Donatello. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. I'll try to look for some entries here if I do see anything for you. But I personally don't really see anything on my end, because I just don't see any zones or any rejection points off the pivots. Orion said, if you look on the 1 hour for NAS, it's been bouncing around the 13,950 mark for a few days now. Let's check that out real quick. Let's see. So we got 13,950. Gotcha. Yeah. So it looks like it's just been bouncing around that area right there, huh, Orion, I mean, sorry. Yeah, no, that looks like, I mean, it looks like it's trying to swing down. Like obviously it was trying to swing up and now it's swinging back down. So it looks like Nasdaq might be bearish for a bit, but who knows? Once the FOMC speaks, which is the Fed, once they speak about the U.S. economy in the next 2 hours, they can spike price back up. You know, what if they say something like, "Oh, we got to shut down" or whatever, or you know, they're always going to say something that you least expect, and it can easily affect the market one way or the other. So that's why I usually just chill out once it comes down to it, because there just isn't really any direction that's been confirmed yet. Like what I would do is, if you guys want to trade the news, I would wait for the market to react to the news and then you could trade it. I wouldn't just trade it right now and then like pray that it goes in your direction, right? Because you at that point you're really gambling, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling when you don't know what's going to happen next. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, if you guys, whatever you guys think for Nasdaq, if you guys want to put in the chat, if you guys think it's going to be bearish or bullish, you know, we can focus on that. I think it's going to be bearish, honestly. Me personally, I think it's going to be bearish just from looking at this here. So on the 1 hour, it's starting to swing down for a bearish swing. We got about 9 minutes left on this candle anyways. If it closes below here, it's probably going to continue dropping further, right? Going over on the 30-minute, it's already bearish right here on the 30-minute. We go on the 15-minute, it's bearish right there. 10-minute, it's bearish right there, right? So I have a bearish bias for Nasdaq, even though I don't trade it, but that's basically what I see happening from this point here. But yeah, let me see. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. See if there's any other questions. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, put them in the chat right now so we can take a look. Otherwise, I'm probably going to call it a day a little early today because, you know, like I mentioned yesterday, I don't like staying on the chart after a certain time or around news time, because the thing is I get tempted to enter trades when I know I shouldn't. And, you know, that's like everyone's problem. Even for me, I've been trading for like 11 years now. I still have the same problem, guys. So it's nothing that, it doesn't necessarily go away. You know, you always have that itch to want to take a trade. So for me, instead of me taking bad trades, I just sign off and I just take a break, because, you know, your trade psychology, you're never going to become like, you're never going to master it. Like every time you look at the charts, it's always going to be there, or it's always going to mess with your head. So no matter how long you trade, it's still going to be there. And my way of coping with that is I just stop trading. And then I come back later when the market's smoothened out again. So if there's no more questions here, I'll probably be signing off a little early just to prevent myself from entering any bad trades or any risky trades, not necessarily bad trades, but risky trades. And then I'll probably be back here, maybe Asia session. I'll see if the market picks up, or actually probably not, because like I mentioned here, Biden is speaking at 6 p.m. So I'll be on the Telegram, but I probably won't be trading because I don't want to be taking some dumb trades while Biden's speaking. You know, he's not as crazy as Trump, but he still makes the market move. So it's not necessarily something that I really want to play with, unless like I'm like 100% positive that I know what direction it's going to go in. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for this session. You know, thanks for showing up. Or actually, one second, guys, let me just give the update over here for a GJ, because we did hit TP2. So I'll give you guys the update over here for you guys that are in the premium. It's about to hit full TP right there for 50 pips. So yeah, if you guys followed any of the trades that I gave you guys this week, I don't think we have any losses this week, right? Don't take my word for it. I'll have to go and, you know, tally up the results. But I think overall, we've had straight wins this entire week for our FOREX and for our US 30. Let's give you guys an update right here for that, for whoever took my trade. JPY. Yeah, definitely great work amongst everybody here. I'll go over the profits again right here. Just if you guys have any more profits that you guys want to share with me, just send them over to me, and then I'll add you guys to the list of all the profits. I think I got everyone's already for today. So I will, let's see, I'll go over here to the saved messages. So looking at the profits for today. So let's see. David's up 8.7 pips for your USD. Tommy's up 3,189 for his account for the day. Mark's up 508 for the day. Marwan over here is up a couple $100. Slav over here is he's up 2,267. Kadri over here is up $33 on a smaller account. Javier is up 660 for the day. Let's see, Stanley's up 735 for the day. Eric's up, let's see, 500, about $600 for the day. So nice work, Eric. Charlo's up 241 for the day. Let's see, Roland's up 682 for the day for that one sell that we took. Jasmine's up about 300 for the day. Oh, where's my other profit at? Did I not post that? Oh, right here. I don't think I saved it in the thing. So I'll just add that to the group over here. So I'm up about 1,300 for the day. That was just a second post for me right here for that first trade. Steven's up 3,564 for the day. Camo's up 2,318 for the day. Angela's up about 600 or 700 for the day. Tam's up 412 for the day. And Jalan is up 4,043. So nice work amongst everybody here in K2. I mean, there's no reason why you guys should be in the negative today. All we had were wins for this entire week. Nice. So Stan over here actually took another trade. He took a buy. He locked in 1,301 for the day. So nice work, Stanley. Congrats to you too, bro. I'm glad to see that you're in the positive again. You know, it's your job to stay consistent, Stanley, because I want you to pass that FTMO. You know, I've been working with you for like, was it like over a year now, bro? Or maybe 2 years now. Stanley's been a member with K2 for a long time. And I want to make sure he gets funded. Well, he was funded with us. Actually, Stanley's one of the first people that got funded with me back last May. Unfortunately, you know, his account took a turn for the worse. I've been trading with FTMO since May, but a lot of you guys here have been getting funded with me ever since. So hopefully you get funded again soon, Stanley. You know, you just got to stay consistent. Don't take any more dumb trades, and just you know, stick to your guns when you like find a trade that you actually like and you think it's going to play out. So other than that, guys, you know, thanks for showing up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll be around on the Telegram for a bit. But other than that, I'm probably going to log off because I don't want to take any dumb trades during FOMC. I also don't want to take any trades during Biden's speech later. So other than that, I'll be available on Telegram. But if you guys are brand new here, just a reminder, we do this every day at 6:30 a.m. So I'll be back again here tomorrow morning for another breakout scalp if you guys want to catch that with me. So other than that, catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the